It's a bit cold out. Says it's 38 in here, but I don't know. Anyways, we're going to switch gears. I got the Crown Vic out. I've had a problem with this one for a while. That hanger bearing for the drive shaft is bad. This thing's got a 2-piece drive shaft. Volkswagen says that's unserviceable. They want to sell you a $1,200 drive shaft. Well, it was it MPS Motorsports or something sells that bearing for $100. So I finally got it. But I got to jack the back up, put it on jack stands, take the whole exhaust system out from underneath of it about, I don't know, maybe 6 to 8 inches back from that reflector. It's clamped, but it's all one piece all the way back from there back. And then pick the drive shaft out, split it in two, get that bearing out like a 1-ton pickup truck. And then we're gonna fire up old Red over there, get it warm in here. I got the floor cleaned up a little bit. But we'll go ahead and get that done. It's about cold as heck down here, so let me get this thing jacked up. We'll start getting this exhaust knocked loose, and we'll come back. All right, you got some bad vibrations in your Passat, all-wheel drive. This is why. Okay, that's just me pushing on it. We're going to try and get that out of there without taking the exhaust system out. Maybe, we'll see. But that's what it is. All right, there's basically the entire exhaust system off in 8 bolts. You have 2 on each one of these muffler hangers. Okay, that's it. Bottom of the body. That's the rear end of the car right there, the differential. Drive shaft goes right through here, and you got 2 of these slip clamps that go over those 2 pipes there, and then to the basically up to the cats. That's it. You can see there's 2 nuts and bolts on each one of those. And then you basically just, I put a jack under that bar, took those 4 bolts out, put this down halfway and just yanked it back. And it all comes out. Now there's nothing under the car. 2 down pipes basically. We'll have to fire it up before I put it all back together to see what it sounds like. But now we'll go ahead and get the drive shaft out. All right, you got 6 Allen heads hold the front of the drive shaft on. 2 13s right here hold this carrier bearing. And 6 more Allen heads hold the back on. That's it. Okay. You have a little guard that goes around the bottom of that transmission that shields the bottom of that where those first 6 bolts are up there. That has a number 45, 2 number 45 Torx hold that on. That's it. These bust loose pretty easily. Let's see, I think those were 6. Let me see. Yeah, those were 6. These are all 6mm. So I'm going to get all these 3 out, loosen the emergency brake, turn it, get the other 3 out. Finish taking, those are loose. They're just sitting there, these 2 bolts here. And this whole drive shaft will fall out right in my lap. And we got to split it, split the U-joint. We'll get to that in a minute. But we'll go ahead and get these and we'll come back. All right, there he is, out of the car. That's the front, that's the middle, that's the rear. Okay, you can see the bolt. You knock this joint loose right here. You take this one out. You take these ears, knock it out, pull this bolt out, and you can get this part of the yoke loose. and knock this part off. Knock that part off, and then you replace it. That's it. There's the part number. Somebody wants to look it up and see how much it costs. It's a pricey one. It's a pricey one. All right. So now we got to get the drive shaft taken apart, and then we will get back with you. Well, there it sits. I screwed myself on that one. I don't think I've ever screwed myself so bad on one job in my life. One minute I got 4 cars, and the next minute I got 1 car. I was working on this one, getting this thing back together, and I thought, well, while I'm in the middle, let me pull that Passat in and go ahead and do that bearing. And I thought, man, that can't be, that big a deal. They say it just takes a couple hours on the interwebs. Let me see if I can get a chair over here to sit down. I know my camera's all over the place. Anyways, I went and pulled that drive shaft off last night. You'll see the videos I got. I'll put it all together. This is why they call it unserviceable. Volkswagen put that U-joint in. They kind of just crimped it in place. They had some sort of special jig they used to center it. I can't find a U-joint for it nowhere. A new drive shaft, $1,400. Another used drive shaft is a couple $100. Just totally screwed myself there. Whew. Anyways, so I'm trying to hurry up and get this thing back together. I've got something to drive. All I got is my Touareg. My wife drives it to work. This will be it. So I got to hurry up. I got to take a car in for scrap tomorrow. Go and see if I can, somebody down the street claims they have new headlights for this thing. $100 a pair, so I can get me a couple of headlights, and I'll need 2 turn signals. If I can wait a couple of days for turn signals, I'll be okay. But went ahead and got all the bolts in it. I'm not worried about the body work. I'm not worried about the fit and the finish. I just need functionality, I guess. And I'll just have to go from there. It's all I can do. I mean, I stuck myself. But the vibration on my Passat was getting so bad that, I was afraid that, it was going to come out from under the car. Well, the reason the vibration was so bad because the U-joints were seized up. Because those U-joints don't move. It's basically a straight drive shaft. There's no rear suspension. If anybody knows anything about a car, it's got independent rear suspension. So the center chunk stays fixed. On a regular car, where the rear suspension moves up and down, the drive shaft moves up and down and puts the U-joints in different locations all the time, kind of like moving your wrist around all the time. Well, if you never moved your wrist, your bones would freeze just in that position. Well, that's what's happened to these U-joints. They basically are frozen in the straight line position. So they vibrate so bad, I went ahead and pulled the thing apart, and you could tell they were seized up, so I went ahead and tried to pull the U-joints apart. Stuck myself. My bad. My headlamp. That's a serious headlamp. Anyways, that'll be it for today.